My name's Kelly Davidson. I'm 30 years old. At age 11, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, and then at age 28, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I've gone through 36 radiation treatments, 6 treatments of chemotherapy, a lumpectomy, a splenectomy, and 2 mastectomies, and I'm still here today. Being 11, I was kind of like, oh, I'm sick and yay, I get to miss school. I don't have to do homework or, anything like that. So it never really came to me as, oh my gosh, I have cancer, because I didn't think of it that way. It was just, I had a cold. It's kind of what it felt like. And I think as I got older, it really impacted me more because I felt that I'm different once I started to understand, and listening to my parents, what I had gone through, the test and things like that. So I found it got harder as I got older compared to when I was 11 and first found out about it. And you always have that whole, everyone holds it over your head. Oh, you've had cancer. You always constantly have that title. You can't, I sort of rebelled too, I think, like I smoked and I drank. I mean, all young people do, but I did it, and then you always get the, oh, well, you've had cancer. Sure, you should be doing that, So that was hard as I got older with the, once I recognized what I'd gone through, and you just kind of tend to rebel. I would have to say probably the mastectomies, because going in, it didn't really bother me, and I was just like, okay, they have to get them removed. It's, not an option, and if it's between my life and just having my breast removed, then, obviously the answer is easy, That was hard when waking up, even the second one, even though I knew what to expect, looking down and seeing the bandages and feeling not that there. And with the first one, I'm not balanced, and, clothes were hard to wear and stuff like that. Unfortunately, society has made it out to be that, that's part of being a woman, is having voluptuous breasts and, and stuff like long hair. So you do feel like, part of your femininity has, gone. And especially being in a relationship, even though that person loves and cares about you no matter what, it's difficult because you don't wear your prosthesis if you don't have reconstruction. You're flat. You don't look at yourself the same way. And then on top of being on medication that, for myself, I'm on medication that puts me in menopause for 5 years. So, hot flashes, and then, you don't have those same feelings that you do, like your emotions aren't the same. And so it's just all really overwhelming, and it is hard at times, but my family just make it so much easier for me, and my support and friends and my boyfriend and that too. They don't look at me any different just because of that, and I've always said that they don't define who I am. And I got a tattoo over my scar, which you can kind of see the top. And I'm going to get the other side done. So that was kind of instead of getting reconstruction, it was like my badge of honor. It was something I'm like, you know what, I beat it, and this is the proof that I have. And I don't need my breasts, and I don't need long hair, to be identified as a woman, because that's how I feel on the inside, and that's what matters. No matter anything during your course of treatments or surgeries, it's all difficult to some degree because it's part of you that's being taken away, or that your life's not going to be the same. Your body's not going to look the same. But at the end of it all, if you can still be alive and still be here to enjoy what life has to offer, then all that other stuff will seem like a breeze at the end. So it's really it's difficult for, I know, some people, but if they can find humor or try and go out and support groups, find them, go to them. They are, the best thing that you will ever come across, and you do need that, especially if you don't have family support or friend support. But with those support groups, you have people that get it. So that was one thing I never sought while I was going through treatments. I waited till the end. So that's something I wish I would have done more of. I think I was so angry at the fact that I was diagnosed a second time with cancer, that death and all that didn't really hit me till after everything. And I think that really made the difference about marriage and children and all that stuff too, is, you know, do I want to bring a family into the world where I don't know if I might be here in 10, 20, 30 years? Do I want to get married and make that commitment where I don't know what my future holds? And I know everybody, whether you have a cancer diagnosis or not, you don't know what your future holds, but you know, you always kind of have that cloud over your head where, you know, you go to the doctor and you've had a test and you're like, oh, you know, is it going to be back, or is it going to be something new? Or, you know, and you really try hard not to think about it because you don't want it to consume your life. You know, you don't want cancer to be your whole world, but it is something, it's a reality that for the rest of my life I am going to have to think about it, and it is something that's going to be there, but I just say to myself, I don't need to dwell on it every day. It can be in the back of my mind and be prepared for whatever does happen, but I can't think every day that this is what is, you know, what could happen or that it is going to happen. I don't think I knew myself that I was strong. My family always, you know, they were always like, oh, she's been through it once, so she can get through it again. She's strong. And I didn't really believe that going through it at first. I'm like, but I'm not strong. Like, you know, I do have my moments where I just want to like punch a wall, you know? But after I was done everything, and I've really also, on top of being stronger, I advocate a lot more for myself. I'm not afraid. I don't keep things in as much. I was a lot more introverted before, kept a lot of things in, you know, and now I'm out there. If I want to do something, I do it. You know, if I want to, I don't know, say something to somebody, I'll say it, you know, and I don't let it bother me. I just grab it and take hold and just do it. Just do it.